living in like a studio apartment, it's going to be $1,500 US starting out.
45,000 NT.
That's right.
Small.
You need like at least 10,000.
In Taiwan, 10,000 US dollars. You are the king.
I know you are.
It's good to see you in Taiwan. I can feel that you're in Taiwan. You're much more happier.
I mean, I definitely will say I'm happier here.
Hello， 朋友们，欢迎来到我的频道。这一次的访问会让你们非常的开心，因为呢，这位朋友呢，为了爱情来到台湾，他的故事很感动，非常有意思，所以我想要访问他，好好把他的故事分享给很多朋友。他的名字叫 Esjae， 来自 United States of America。
Hey.
Hello， 你好。
你好，你好。
Did you understand what I just said?
I understood United States of America, you know.
I just said you came to Taiwan because of love.
Oh, okay.
Right?
Very true, yes.
So could you share the reason why you fell in love with your wife?
Yes.
And then Taiwan?
So I came to Taiwan for love. That is a long story that I'll give an abbreviated version of. I met my wife in high school over 20 years ago, and she has a family that are from the Kingdom of Eswatini, and they have diplomatic relationship with Taiwan. And so after only 1 year of knowing her in high school, her family moved away, and then she basically contacted me on, Facebook.
Okay.
And she saw music, because we'll get into that, I do music, and she saw music on Spotify, and she said, I think you should really keep pursuing this music. But it was years later of us meeting, and I forgot kind of that I even knew this woman because I only had Facebook friendship with her.
But those days, she was living
here.
Here in Taiwan.
Living here in Taiwan. And so
United States and Taiwan.
There's no way. And I don't even remember her from high school, but she seemed nice. So 3 months in speaking to her, that I would marry her.
When did you feel the real Taiwan?
I started to see things like hot pot, and I started to, understand the different things that were like, even in the grocery store, the differences of what was here and what wasn't there. Some of the things that I maybe took for granted, I was like, wow, that's actually doesn't exist here. And I've been to different countries and I've lived in different countries, but specifically here in Taiwan, it's just, they have their way of life and they have their foods, their customs, their traditions. And I just slowly started to get used to it. Even just what I would eat for breakfast. I'm like, okay, they have eggs, but they don't necessarily have a diner. Or you can make pancakes, but they don't really have that in a store to go get it. So it was really searching for sense of home before I could just be like, I'm gonna go all in Taiwan culture.
How long you been in Taiwan now?
Now 3 years.
3 years.
3 years.
So the 3 years overall, you think the advantage, what is the three most advantageous thing in Taiwan?
Of course, your safety.
Safety.
It's safe at late times. I would say cost of living is lower here.
Yeah, when you compare with United States.
Compared to New York specifically, cost of living.
New York is extremely expensive.
Extremely expensive in New York City. It's no matter where, unless you live upstate New York.
Oh my God.
Meaning like above the tri-state area and the 5 boroughs, you're going to be paying a pretty penny in New York. So it's definitely safety, cost of living. And the third is tranquility that isn't very like go, hustle and bustle. That allows you to live your life in a more peaceful way here.
Because in New York, it's always everybody's working, like always like making money.
Yeah, we are known as hustlers in New York. That's the term, and I use that as something that was a positive thing for my life. I was like, I'm gonna hustle, and I'm gonna have 5 or 6 jobs on top of doing everything.
I'm gonna make a lot of money.
Right, and not even just a lot of money. You just have to pay the rent. As long as you have to pay the rent in New York City, that's the biggest thing.
How much is it?
So I don't know. The conversion is, if you're going to be a single person living in like a studio apartment, it's going to be $1,500 US starting out.
It's like 45,000 NT.
Right, just for one person.
One person.
And I don't know how the ping is translated, but just imagine your apartment is from where we're sitting to the end of that. That's your apartment in some cases.
45,000 NT.
That's right.
Small.
That's
like a box.
Right. Yes. If you can describe to your listeners or your watchers how much ping is that?
Maybe 3 ping.
Right. So really, and that's starting off. And sometimes you'll get quote unquote lucky, but really you have to have the finances to support just your everyday expenses, groceries, gas. If you drive, a lot of people in New York City do not drive, and it just going on we have an MRT here. We have an MTA there. So MTA is the major transit there on top of the Metro North. That's a whole nother conversation in the Westchester area, but MTA is expensive. And paying that a month on top of your groceries and your electricity and your utilities is a lot of money.
So maybe in New York, you need $3,000 at least.
You mean a month?
A month, yeah.
I would say to live comfortably in New York, you need, as a single person, realistically,
$3,000?
No.
Not enough?
Not enough. It's not enough because think about it this way. $3,000 is going to cover your rent for 1 month if it's $1,500 US, but then you still have to cover the travel costs to get on the train to get to where you got to go. And most people do not live in the heart of the city.
I got it.
So
Extra,
ideally, you need like at least 10,000. But a lot of people don't make that.
You mean $10,000 US?
I know. A lot of people are going to think I'm crazy.
In Taiwan, $10,000 US. You are the king.
I know you are. But if you're going to live in New York City comfortably, that's the question you asked.
I got it.
But if you're going to live like a lot of people live, you might make 6, 7, 8,000. And that's really people who are maybe in the arts or people who are doing things that are not the conventional entry-level positions, because entry-level people are making salaries, right? So they make a lot more money. But you know, the younger you are, the opportunities are a little bit different. Yeah, it's a lot.
It's good to see you in Taiwan. I can feel that you're in Taiwan. You're much more happier.
I mean, I definitely will say I'm happier here, especially because pre-pandemic, there was a lot that things were happening for me, but this is a definite good reprieve to kind of learn myself and not feel like, oh my God, am I going to be evicted?
I got it. 他的故事真的是非常有意思，而且各位朋友们哦。He is an artist. And now we are going to talk about your profession, okay?
Sure.
I know, I feel that you love Taiwan. It's very obvious.
Yeah.
And I'm sure that your rent is very lower than New York here.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
So what about the other things, what you do in your life as an artist?
Yeah, so I am a professional actor and also professional singer, recording artist. And so a lot of things I've been doing for multiple years, close to, I don't know, more than 15 years, is professionally doing everything from television, film, a lot of theater, and recording for different artists, performing on major stages as background vocalist for artists. And I've been trying to implement a lot of those things here. I would love to perform it in Taiwan. I've had the opportunity to perform at places like Yuan San Fandian. I've done a residency there with an artist. But as far as my own solo career as a musician, I would really love to express that to the Taiwanese people at some point, but yeah.
So you are a very precious talent for Taiwan. I hope Taiwanese people will give you more chances and they discover your talent.
Yes,
and at the end of this video, if it's possible, because you said that you're a singer, right?
Yes.
A little bit singing. A
Yeah,
little bit.
sure.
A little bit. And then we are going to close this video.
Yeah.
Please.
Okay, you want me to sing?
A little bit.
Let's see. I've got sunshine on a cloudy day. When it's cold outside, I've got the month of May. Well, I guess you'd say, what can make me feel this way, my girl?
Brother, thank you very much.
Thank you.
I hope everything goes in your side.
I appreciate you.
Thank you very much.
So much, Rifat.
各位朋友们，看到了吗？这么厉害的朋友，希望大家可以看见他的故事，让他在台湾创造更多的机会。